What's going on, everybody? Muhammad here, SEO Website Masters. Want to talk to you guys about how to get backlinks. There's so many ways to go about it. It's really up to you on how you want to go about it. It's whatever that you're most comfortable with, where all your what you're skillful in, and maybe a way that you find the most appealing and interesting. Because no matter what path you take, it's not an automatic thing. It's more like it's not a sprint. It's more like a marathon. It's a journey, okay? But you just got to stick to it, and you'll see results. All right, you just got to put in the work. Now, there's so many ways to go about it. There's some people that take advantage of blogging. There's people that use videos. There's people that focus heavily on social media. There's people that focus on ads, on running paid ads. So it doesn't matter what you do, but it's just as long as you have a strategy, you can find success in whatever path that you take. For me, for the most part, I utilize a little bit of blogging. Now I'm getting more into videos just to share my experience with you guys. I'm trying to build my channel, grow some subscribers, have some fun, share, all my awesome experience. I haven't really gotten much into paid ads, and I don't really focus that much with social media. I just find it boring, just 1 minute, I'm not really the type of person that likes to, make updates and, type in personal information, or even if it's business. I'm just not, I'm more of an introvert kind of person. So, but right now I'm becoming more active with videos. Right now I'm kind of shooting about a video a week, but initially my strategy has been blogging. That's really what I've focused most of my time in. So like I said, there's so many different approaches, but as long as you have a strategy, you can be successful. And it's whatever that you find interesting. Maybe you're good at making videos, right? Maybe you're not a video kind of guy. You rather just you have money, you can just run paid ads. Paid ads are very effective, especially if you create a very crafty ad and you have the budget to run it. It's probably one of the most effective ways, but of course it costs money, right? And without a strategy, it can be kind of like gambling. So maybe if you mix, you can grab one, two of these strategies, or even three. But you can employ one as long as you stick to it and you focus on it, and you're pushing content at least once or twice a week for a consistent period of a year or even 2 years. You'll find success with regards to backlinks. When it comes to blogging, or any approach that you utilize, it's always going to be the same steps, right? You always got to utilize SEO. So when it comes to blogging, it's really important to, I've always preached this, using one keyword per content. And then you want to do keyword research. Now I'm starting to notice that a lot of the awesome websites that you can go to do keyword research, they're starting to charge quite a bit. But you can still go to Keyword Planner, but it's just going to take a little bit of more researching and a little bit of using a little bit of your intuition, right? When I say keyword research, so you want to, I've always talked about, brainstorming what topics you want to write about, and then plugging that into Keyword Planner and see what type of results that you're generating. And I always say, don't focus on make sure you focus on competition. So don't focus on the volume as far as how much traffic that keyword is getting, but focus on the competition, right? So I wouldn't even pick anything that's high or medium. I would literally focus on low competition, because it's just kind of a waste of your time, right? In my opinion, it is. Don't waste your time with highly competitive keywords, right? Just keep digging deeper until you find those the gems, right? So you also don't want the traffic to be too low. So I'll say at least 500. It's generating 500 hits per month, right? And it's also low in competition. And then make a list of about 10 keywords, right? And then that's 10 different articles that you can write about. Now on each of the keywords, after you've gone through your due diligence, make sure you also head on over to Google, plug that keyword into a quotation mark, and make sure there are no more than 500,000 web pages that are competing, right? Because Google keyword planners and all these softwares that help you explore keywords, they're pretty updated, but I'm talking about, like, you want something so very recent, right? You don't want some of the keywords could be a couple of years old. Even though Google's updating all these keywords, you still want to go and make sure that those keywords are not getting too much traffic. I'm sorry, there's not too many competing web pages for it. I was actually doing keyword research yesterday, and a lot of them, every one that I picked, were all low, and as far as competition is concerned. And I still went ahead and plugged it into Google with a quotation mark in Google search. And man, boy, almost 80% of them were generating millions of web pages. So that means there's too many websites that are using that same keyword. So unless your content is like super that much better, and you have your website has a high domain authority, don't waste your time, right? All right, so the second thing is, let's say if you're focusing on the video strategy, you're still employing the same thing. You're still, utilizing the same keyword research techniques that I always talk about, and then you're optimizing the content, meaning the video itself. So the very first words that you speak in the video, make sure you're referring to those keywords, and then make sure your thumbnail it's such a big deal, because it's like one of the first things that people notice. Just for having a very appealing thumbnail, you could get some views. I'm still not really big. I'm still not very graphically inclined, so my thumbnails, I'm still working on it. I'm hoping I'll get better at it. I'm starting to trying to open up my my artistic eyes, but so bear with me, guys, until I get up to that point, all right? But for you guys that are good artists, that are creative, put a little bit of time into your thumbnails, just try to make it appealing, eye-popping. Your title, make sure it incorporates your keywords. When you save the thumbnail itself, make sure you're using that keywords, and when you write the description, make sure it includes the keywords. Description of video is what I mean. And make sure the image, alt tags, all of those includes the keywords. And then I think I said that before, but within the first few seconds of your video, make sure it includes the keywords, right? And if you do real research, that alone can help you rank high for the videos. Now, ranking high and getting views are totally different things, Typically, if you rank high, you have a greater probability of getting more views, but it's still, it still matters. Like, is your title interesting, right? It's what you're talking about interesting. Like, I'm talking about SEO, that's not very interesting. It's only interesting for for the people that care about it, people that are in business, people that are trying to grow their brand. They're the only people that are going to care about it. So it's not going to generate that much, interest, right? But maybe your business will, right? Everybody's in a different business, so your business could be interested, like especially if you're like in the food, people really find that interesting. I find it interesting. I always watching, food channels, things in that nature. So don't worry about, how other people are doing it. You just focus on, what your niche is, right? And if videos is not gonna work for your niche, then you can move on to the next one, which is start running ads, right? Paid ads. It's the same principle. Keyword research, SEO, tags, meta description, right? And then make sure you're doing targeted ads, right? And then if you're running it through Facebook, there's so many tweaks and techniques. This video is really not about that. Eventually I'll make a video about it. I used to run a lot of ads on Facebook, but Facebook is not that big anymore. Apparently now it's TikTok. That's really the avenue for you to run ads, if that's really, where you want to go. If, run like a quick, anywhere from 30 seconds to 60-second, quality ad, whether it's funny or interesting. You optimize the title, the keywords. You're targeting specific audience, so you want to do your due diligence with that, right? And when you start getting likes, shares, subscribe, all that stuff, you're gonna start getting backlinks, right? That's the whole point of doing that. Even if you don't get sales, you still haven't lost. You're still gonna get backlinks. Backlinks are extremely important later on. It's like you're building equity for your business. So don't think when you're making content and you're not getting traction like it's a big loss for you. Just because if that one content could be the reason in a year why your website's gonna skyrocket, right? So don't ever just give it everything you got for each of your content, and as long as you keep doing that consistently, one of them is gonna hit, right? It's just like you're playing lottery. Eventually you're gonna hit. So, but in Google's terms, when it hits and it's forever. So that's why you're never really losing by investing in your own business. All right, so so I talked about blogging, videos, running ads. You can also, content in social media. So social media could be really big. Just make sure you're always including your URL for backlink purposes. If sometimes one of your posts can go viral, and that's really going to help with backlinks, right? So yeah, just try and get as many platforms as you can. Facebook, Pinterest is amazing, man. It's so awesome to build a brand. Like, I barely was paying any attention to it, and next thing I knew, I was getting like 30,000 views for like, a janky post. It wasn't even much to it, but it's a really great platform. And TikTok is like, that's the next big thing, man. So make sure you guys are taking advantage of it. I'm not really very active in TikTok, but I'm working towards that, guys. I already got enough on my plate. I'm more into the blogging side of things because I've found success with blogging. And so yeah, when you guys implement these 4 tips, or any one of these 4 tips, you're consistent. Try and post once a week, and you're gonna find some success, right? But it's not gonna be immediate. It's a long term kind of thing. So don't be so worried about the numbers initially. It takes time, but I promise you it works. Okay. All right, I hope this video helps. Till the next video.